A day after a row over the Enforcement Directorate's claim on a jailed Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's eating of mangoes at custody surfaced, the Aam Aadmi Party countered to the ED's move forced Lieutenant Governor Vinay Kumar Saxena to seek a report from the Directorate General of Tihar Jail. The initiative was taken after an allegation that was made that Mr. Kejriwal was not given an insulin injection at jail. On Thursday, it was revealed that Kejriwal's sugar level was increasing, and Aam Aadmi Party leaders had said that his life was in danger. Well, the last 2 days, the Aam Aadmi Party leaders have shown continuous concern about Kejriwal's weight loss. Leaders, including ministers of the party like Atishi, accused the jail administration that despite the increase in their sugar level, they are not providing insulin injections. Following this, the LG of Delhi intervened in the matter and sought a report from the jail administration. LG Saxena has expressed serious concerns and sternly instructed that no laxity regarding the health of the CM will be tolerated. After this bizarre series of incidents, what will happen next? We will talk about this momentarily. At this point in time, Mr. Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore is joining us, one of the Member of Parliament who's contesting from Rajasthan, from the Jaipur district. Mr. Rathore, appreciate you speaking with NewsX. First of all, best wishes for this endeavor for the Bharatiya Janata Party in Rajasthan. You already have the government when it comes to the assembly seats. You are personally, very, very confident that the BJP is going to come back, not only as a party that is going to, run the country for a third consecutive and successive term, but on the basis of, and on the remarks and on the promises of the guarantees that have been made by the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Vineet, so first thing is that I'm not contesting. I'm already in the government in Rajasthan. But yes, 25 candidates from BJP are contesting in the 25 Lok Sabha seats in Rajasthan. And yes, we are confident of winning all 25 and doing a hat trick of 2014 or 25, 2019, 25, and then 2024, 25. And we are, as you rightly said, doing at the back of the development work that the Prime Minister and his government has done in the last 10 years. They have brought about a massive transformation in how this country is governed, how efficiently the country has become more economically powerful, and how through transparency and through technology we have, and through good governance, we've ensured that this strength of the economy is reaching down to the grassroots level through various schemes, beneficiary schemes. For example, we have about 11 crore farmers who are benefited by PM Kisan. We have about 11 crore gas connections that have been given out. We have about 7 IIMs that have been made, 7 IITs that have been made. About 15 new aims have been made. About 390 universities have been created. 315 medical colleges have been created. I can go on and on. So at the back of this development, whether it is social development, it is physical development in terms of roads and airports and railway lines. So all of this has led to a sense of belief that yes, Prime Minister Modi can deliver and make this country an economic and democratic power. And that's based on that, the electorate is voting for Prime Minister Modi in every Lok Sabha seat.
What about the people of Rajasthan, Mr. Rathore? The opposition has always been, throwing this trident at you that few concerns, including the safety of women, unemployment, and infrastructure has always been a concern. But there are a number of rebuttals which have come from the Prime Minister himself when it comes to all of these developments. Are people in Rajasthan on the ground aware? Have they been able to separate the chaff from the wheat when it comes to choosing whom they want to see at the center?
So it's very interesting, Vineet. You pointed out that the opposition is talking about women's safety. Now, it's shocking that the opposition, which is India Alliance or the Congress, is talking about women's safety. Rajasthan, under their rule, which just ended about 4 months ago, under their rule for 5 years, it became number one in rapes in the entire country. So that's their track record. And their ministers are on record in Vidhan Sabha laughing and saying, on a discussion on rapes, saying that yes, we are number one in rapes. And then he turns around to his colleagues and says, because we are Mardon ka Pradesh, right? They are talking about women's safety or women issues, and they are talking to a person who has created 11 lakh toilets for improving the health of women, for their honor, for ensuring that their safety is there. The Prime Minister has brought in reservation in BSF and CRPF. He's brought in reservation in politics, for Vidhan Sabhas and Lok Sabhas for the women. The Prime Minister has ensured that the Mudra loans go out maximum to women. So, you understand this contrast. Look who's talking. So, in terms of governance as well in Rajasthan, people have suffered and have just recovered under the atrocious rule of Congress, wherein there were 19 times paper was leaked. And so obviously the entire preparation and the future of the students was completely destroyed. So we've come from that stage, and we've come from the stage where Prime Minister gave away 30,000 crores to Rajasthan for ensuring that the water reaches every household. But the Rajasthan government, Congress government, did not even utilize that because Prime Minister would have become more famous, or his scheme or his mission would have been completed. And within the 8,000 crores that was spent, you have major irregularities in the contracts. And now within 100 days of the BJP government taking over in Rajasthan, it's already been decided that 1 lakh crore will be spent. 21 districts of Rajasthan, 80% of population of Rajasthan will get drinking water and irrigation water. Madhya Pradesh government has already agreed to it, Haryana government has agreed to it, central government is funding it. So that's the sort of difference. 3 recruitment examinations have taken place since the new government took over, BJP government took over in Rajasthan. Not a single paper leak, right? So that's the contrast. And that's why people, the accusations of the Congress or the India Alliance are just hilarious. We are a political party that believes in good governance. We believe in delivery. We believe in presenting our report card of our performance to the citizens every year. And we've been doing that. So we know what the work we're doing. The public knows the work that we're doing. And that is why Modi ji's guarantee is ensuring that the people have complete faith and belief in him.
Colonel Rathore, we go a long way. We've spoken a number of times in the past. You've been a soldier, you've been a sportsman, from double trap, to a role as a politician. How do you weigh in when, you look at the Bharatiya Janata Party making forays and, making an outreach in areas where, nobody gave it a chance? I'm talking about South India. That's been one area that the Prime Minister himself personally has pledged to converting. Do you think it's worked and the outcome is likely to be different from what we got to see in 2019? Because, he's invoking people to vote not because they're Indians. He's invoking these votes because he wants them to understand that the BJP model works, the double engine ki sarkar works.
See, Prime Minister Modi is no ordinary man. And I say it from personal experience that his ability to deliver, his ability to govern, administer, his vision, his knowledge he's 10 steps ahead of people, his knowledge on issues and how those issues will play out is absolutely amazing. So in a way, Prime Minister Modi is a blessing to this country. And obviously, we are a democratic country, and the Prime Minister holds our democracy and our constitution in very high esteem. And therefore, if we have to ensure a major transformation in our country, we have to have every segment and every nook and corner of this country understanding, knowing, and having a belief in Prime Minister Modi. And therefore, yes, like a true warrior who's fighting for this nation, like a champion. He takes on challenges, newer challenges, because the sankalp or the commitment is to do India good. And therefore, he's not satisfied by getting 40% or 50% of the votes and thus forming a government. He wants everyone, every nook and corner, every state in this country to understand, have a sense of belief in the Prime Minister's work, and then vote on that. The Modi guarantee has to reach every nook and corner of this country, and every voter has to have a belief. That's when his very interesting slogan, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas. Sabka Prayas has to be there. Everybody's contribution and commitment has to be there for nation building. That will succeed only when we foray into all the areas that you've just mentioned.
Colonel Rathore, the Prime Minister also, has popularly been saying lately that ab ki baar 400 par as well. Are you confident that is something which is going to become a reality? The opposition obviously is of a different belief, but you know what they have to say every time something like this is said by the Prime Minister.
See, I have total belief in the Prime Minister. I've worked with him, I've served with him, and like a soldier, who commits to his commander, I'm committed to my Prime Minister because I have the sense of confidence in his leadership. Now, personally, I am not aware of the strategy in the entire country. I'm not even aware of how we are, what is the method how we are reaching out. But I believe in the Prime Minister. I believe in Amit Shah, and I believe in Nadda ji. They are the leaders who are spearheading our campaign. So I'm limited to Rajasthan, of course. So I know that here we are getting 25 to 25. But since I have complete faith and belief in our leadership, I know that we will cross 400.
All right. Colonel Rathore, always a pleasure having you. Appreciate you taking out the time. And once again, good wishes, Shubh Kamnaएं, 25 out of 25. We perhaps will have another conversation after that realization. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to go back to our discussion now. We were talking about the Enforcement Directorate's claim on jailed Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's eating of mangoes at Tihar jail. And this has obviously been politicized. We'll talk about this with Shivam Chhabra, BJP spokesperson, Abhinandita Mathur, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, also with us on the program, Mr. Sumit Peer, senior political commentator here with us, Chandni Preeti Shah, political analyst, also joins us on the program, Garima Dasani, Congress spokesperson, with us on the program as well. Sumit Peer, is it concerning that the Chief Minister's eating habits or him eating mangoes to spike up his sugar is actually making headlines today? What kind of polity are we referring to over here, and what do you think this case is all about? The Chief Minister is diabetic. He's severely diabetic. He's type 2 if I'm not mistaken. He needs to inject insulin. We'll obviously get some verification on that from Abhinandita as well, but your assessment of what's going on in Tihar jail as of now, and how the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party find themselves in the middle of this politicization.
Vineet, thanks for having me on your show. What we are seeing is something which we should have not seen. First of all, I have not seen any serving Chief Minister being in jail for so long and not resigning. That's the first point I want to make, but that is your choice because the Constitution, there are no provisions like that. Now, secondly, Mr. Kejriwal is diabetic and he is severely diabetic. So he should take utmost care about his health. The remand is extended up to 23rd April. The Supreme Court has told them that you only come in the week of 29th April. So for almost next 10 days, no legal recourse is expected on the vis-a-vis the bail. So if in that particular situation, if mangoes or sweets and all are coming, which are not given to a diabetic person, we all have somebody or the other in our family or friends who is a diabetic. So we know how the diabetic patients are treated. First, it was told that Mr. Kejriwal needs to be sent food from the home. So if the food was sent from the home, but the onus is now on the home and onus is on the people that they're sending a complete balanced diet, which should not have sweetness, which should not have, even the salt should be measured because Usually with diabetes, you also have hypertension. That's a comorbidity which we all have. So, when you have these things, the salt, sugar and all should be regulated, because it cannot be a situation wherein tomorrow you will say, look, because I was not taken care in the jail, so my sugar levels have gone up. So that is a medical ground for bail. Tihar jail authorities did not take care of me. Modi government did not take care of me. As a chief minister, if I am treated like this, how are the ordinary citizens or the ordinary caddies treated? And this was all done and orchestrated on the behalf of BJP. And this is how the legal system of India, the Nyay Pranali, Shasan Prashasana of India treats a serving chief minister. If that is the plight of a chief minister, what will be the plight of the common man in India? So you will have USA, you will have Germany and some other people talking about the deteriorating health of a serving chief minister of Delhi. So to avoid this, we need, and not to get into a slugfest, there's a very simple thing. There are hospitals like AIMS, there are hospitals like Medanta, Apollo, all of them reputed hospitals, Fortis. Any of them should be asked to get meals for Mr. Kejriwal, lunch, breakfast, dinner, and let them decide the meal, let them send that packed meal to Mr. Kejriwal, because these people are taking care of thousands of people in a day. They know what is diabetes, they know what is
But the
hypertension.
issue is, Sumit and Abhinandita, he's not going to be the only diabetic in Tihar jail. Right? Let's get a response from Abhinandita as well. She represents the Aam Aadmi Party. I'm sure she has a strong take on this, Abhinandita. This is obviously something I feel cannot be orchestrated by a diabetic patient. We all know somebody who's a diabetic. It seems odd to me that anybody would be putting themselves in a predicament or jeopardizing their health to get bail on those grounds.
Thanks, Vineet. You're right that it is indeed quite appalling that we have reached this point in our politics that we have to discuss this. And that, there are some channels that are also showing Arvind Kejriwalji's diet plan, chart, etc. I think it's extremely shameless. And I think that, BJP has completely lost the plot, and they have no fear of God anymore. Firstly, also to the spokesperson who was speaking before me, it's important to understand what was the prayer that the Aam Aadmi Party made in the court. The prayer was simply this, that Mr. Kejriwal has been a patient of diabetes for the last 22 years, number one. Two, that only on the 1st of Feb, his regular insulin, his daily insulin dose was stopped because there is something called the insulin reversal program that just started. And third, that he is currently under supervision because of the change in his medication, where he has to get three things. He has to get daily medicine, he has to get there are some daily dietary restrictions, and a daily exercise and medical attention, for which he requested that a Zoom, that an online video meeting will be allowed with his lawyer, with his doctor. That is it. That was all. Then the ED somehow finds the diet plan of Mr. Kejriwal, which anyway, actually the ED should not have had, because it's with the jail authorities. The ED has actually no locus. So how it reaches the ED and then the press is a question that we have to ask the BJP. Then, after all that, the way that, so these are very minor things, and, most people who make the prayers get get such relief from court, and the prison actually never objects. In fact, I can give you hundreds of examples, including, let's say, of Mr. Sanjay Singh, who was also in the ED custody for 6 months in Tihar jail. Every time he had to meet his doctor, no matter how many times he was given permission to, in fact, physically meet his doctor. But why not Mr. Arvind Kejriwal? And then after that, how lowly are you? And it's almost like, matlab anpad raja, anpad praja wala hisab ho raha hai. What is a high level of sugar every day? The list that has been provided, the chart that's been provided by the Tihar jail is very, very worrying, because it's 280, 286 plus every day. So when, a person who is in prison, who's not a convict, is making a plea, he's a chief minister, is making a prayer legally so in a court, how dare the BJP make this propaganda? How dare they say aam kha rahe, ye kha rahe, when your prime minister bloody does paid interviews by film stars who are telling him, asking him, aap aam kaise khate ho? Sharam nahi chahiye.
What is this bloody for the prime minister? Can you please clarify, ma'am? What is this bloody for the prime minister?
Okay.
It was not for him. It was not for him. It was not for him.
What is bloody
it was for
doing?
mangoes. It was for mangoes. Yeah, please stop it. It was for mangoes.
Okay, Sumit, one second. Sumit, one second.
Vineet, can you ask her to apologize for the? You can't use this language for the Brown
She's
Tribunal.
saying
I'm
she
not
didn't
using
use
it
it
for
for
the
the
Prime
Prime
Minister.
Minister.
Don't be
She
silly.
did not use it for the Prime Minister, Sumit. I would have objected any which ways without you.
Absolutely. We are not foolish here. So just
He's her Prime
listen
Minister
and
as well.
think.
He's her Prime Minister
Right.
as well. Okay.
Absolutely, yes. So the whole, this whole rachna that the between the Tihar jail and the ED and the lawyers of the ED and the Lieutenant Governor, etc., is just actually a violation of Article 21. That is the right to life, right to health. This is a very serious matter, and I'm telling you that more than the legality of it, I think it is just very disturbing how the propaganda machinery is working. And one last interesting thing, you'll be surprised to know that the lawyer who is representing Tihar jail in court today is the same lawyer जो LG के निजी cases में उनको represent करता है. So it's all really messed up, and one thing that we may not be able to defeat the BJP, in such draconian actions as yet. But I really hope that the response of the people of this country is going to give BJP a piece of their mind.
All right. We'll find that out on the 4th of June. But Chandni Preeti Shah, what do you make of what's happening over here? The authorities are saying that he's eating, puri and fried food and sugar in high doses, and that is something being done to obviously get bail. Is this the political standard that we have to get accustomed to?
Actually, we've all seen the theatrics of, the Aam Aadmi Party, which includes Arvind Kejriwal, which includes Atishi Marlena, which includes Sanjay Singh after he came out on the bail. So it is not surprising that if Arvind Kejriwal is deliberately having, such food which is high in sugar, and because he specifically asked for home-cooked food, that should come to him. Now, when we talk about, because Miss Abhinandita over here said one thing, that how is ED getting the, food diet chart of Mr. Kejriwal, who is in jail, and it should have been in with the jail authorities. And even Ms. Atishi also gave such a statement in the press conference. So it's very important to know that under the Model Prison Manual, the ED has the right to obtain what kind of food or what kind of diet an accused that is lodged in the central jail is having. Because when ED is investigating a case, it also means that it is investigating every angle from where the accused could probably obtain a bail, because it's not easy to obtain a bail in PMLA cases. So on the other, what is the other strong ground? Because Kejriwal is diabetic, it's a very known fact. If he takes food which is laced with high sugar, he's going to have a high sugar level. His diabetes will spike, and exactly the same thing yesterday Sanjay Singh told in the press, that Mr. Kejriwal's sugar is spiking and he should be given bail regarding his health concerns. So I am not at all surprised if such theatrics and such dramatics are coming from Mr. Kejriwal and his whole clan. It is very, it's very much assumable that they would do such stuff to come out of the jail.
All right. Shivam Chabra, BJP spokesperson, also with us on the broadcast. Shivam, are you there with us? Okay, Mr. Alok Mehta is with us on the program. Mr. Mehta, what do you make of this? Obviously, this has gone below, a status where obviously the Aam Aadmi Party going through this process is going to be embarrassed about what the allegations are.
But it's a very unfortunate. These kind of legal cases, somebody take this kind of stand. Because Satyen Jain also it happened, how he was getting massage and all, and then he got the bail on the basis of the health. Certainly he was later on, because of the operation, he got the bail. But you see, these kind of argument in the court, you can imagine, because first they applied in the court about this bail or the health issue. And then they withdrew it. Yesterday, he said it was because if the ED objected something, they say, oh, we want to withdraw our application. it shows that they wanted to get bail on the basis of the health issue. Everybody worry about either his chief minister or as a leader also. Even if he's not chief minister, anybody who's in the jail or just for an ED custody, certainly the government responsibility.
But
and
so
the
there must be
there
must be SOPs for patients who are diabetic, right? I'm sure he's not the only one.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. Because, number of people in the ministers, Ajit Pawar, and there in the Maharashtra, number of people were suffering, and then they had the problem, or the leaders, Lalu Yadav, because for even 3-4 months he was in the hospital and running a darbar like this. Even in Ranchi jail also, he was doing, then ultimately the court also intervened. So these kind of leadership, because somebody advised, and we are not going to much comment about it because it's a legal issue.
All right,
but
sir.
even then, I feel as a political people, they should not go on such an extent that the credibility losing. Day by day, Kejriwal is losing his credibility because of such drama. Earlier, everybody knows since 2008 that he was suffering from the diabetes.
Well, it's
What
the
is
ED
new?
also
Nothing
who
out.
went on to reiterate that he's been consuming aloo puri and sweets just to spike up his sugar, which is of course a discourse which is below the belt.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.